Today is a very special day on the Brady Vacation Inc. YouTube channel. Today, I bring back one of the most beloved series to the channel, and that is the Twitter Rant series. Welcome to Twitter Rant 4. Today, I picked 3 topics to talk about the syphilis of social media known as Twitter, even after the Elon Musk purchase, which was to, benefit the free speech and all that shit. It is still, to this day, a cesspool, and even if you even try to make it even better for everybody, it's still a cesspool. It will forever be a cesspool, and that's how it always will be. And there's no changing what it is. The radical directors behind them, their stock is plummeting. They are fucking terrible. They will forever be soft like Charmin. So today, I am going to be making this video, these 3 topics, to talk about why I'm making this video and why I will be making this the final video for the channel on this series. After this, there will be no more, and I am going to be finally done with this cesspool of a social media site known as Twitter. Let's go ahead and begin today's video. I never really brought this point much up in past Twitter rants, but let's just take a couple minutes to talk about the trending searches of Twitter. I mean, let's be for real here. They are some of the stupidest fucking things I have ever seen in my lifetime. And I've seen some stupid shit, but the Twitter trend section, it makes Reddit look like they're geniuses. That is how retarded, ignorant, and fucking dumb the Twitter section, the trending section of Twitter really, really is. And in fact, the reason why I'm making this fucking, I don't know how long this video will be for the Twitter Rant 4. The reason why I'm making the 4th video on this is for this fucking trend right here. This was, I'm not even fucking kidding, trending on Twitter one day, and I saw that, and I was just baffled on just how stupid, even after everything this ignorant and horrible bitch has done, that there were some people that would still say that. I didn't go into the thing, but I'm pretty sure there were some people with legitimate common sense that were saying that this was the stupidest thing they've ever seen. And if you are one of those people watching this video and seeing that, good for you. But if you're one of those people still standing behind that bitch, then you clearly have no respect for women in this world. That's just the honest to God truth right there. You say that, and I literally when I saw that, I kept going like, fuck, because I was so fucking angry at seeing that shit. Man, you have some people on Twitter that are just some of the most brain dead monkeys I have ever seen in my lifetime. And I don't mean that as like in a racial way. I mean like that because of like the species of monkeys. They make maybe the monkey, the animal, the apes were smarter than this, because man, we are devolving from the fucking race. The human race is devolving after seeing that shit, honestly. And on top of that, I don't understand why people that come out on there's actually people that exist in the world like that. I just don't understand these people's competence. I don't think they have any. That's just how dumb they are. So this will lead me to my second point in a couple of seconds from now. I will be talking about the people of Twitter, the different kinds of people. And I've mentioned this in past videos as well. But yeah. So let's go ahead and get to the next point before I fucking literally lose it on the fucking video. I said in past videos that you have like 3 kinds of people on Twitter, or 2 or 3 kinds of people, but in reality you have many different types of people. You have your satirical / parody accounts. You got obviously political figures. Then you got Barack Obama. Then you got reporters. Then you got and journalists like Henry Blowdick and Julia Hack, because that bitch is a fucking hack. And then you obviously got the most famous people on there besides the K-pop stans, and that is the people who think they have, the people with a degree in fucking gender studies who think the T slur is actually a slur. It's not a slur. People who think the word retard is offensive because it's, towards retarded people, when in reality it's not. Get a fucking grip of yourself. If you were crying about that on like Xbox and on MW2, man, you would not only just get laughed at, you would actually, it would be to the point where you actually would have to leave and might actually commit suicide so bad because of how bad you would get bullied because you got offended because somebody called someone a retard because they called him a retard. Oh no. Like, get the fuck out, man. You take yourself and your degree of gender studies for like your asexual and demisexual people and shove it up your ass. Like, no one cares. And none of this part is homophobic because those type of genders don't even fucking exist. And that's the honest to God truth. None of that is anything to do with being who you are, being different, and just being you're just making up shit at this point. I mean, I appreciate individuality, but come on, man. That's not even different. That just does not even exist. That's like, I actually dead ass saw a guy whose pronouns were Z/Ziff. I'm like, what the fuck is a Ziff? What is that? Just, in what universe is that? Is that like some fucking alien Greek shit? What the fuck is that, dude? I honestly don't know what that is. I mean, does it even say something? As I said, at least a they, them at least makes somewhat sense. What the fuck is a Ziff, bro? Let me catch my son actually saying his pronouns are Zim/Ziff. Boy, I'd ziff the shit out of him after I slapped him so fucking hard for even saying that shit, bro. Bro, what the hell? I mean, come on, man. And you're gonna be the ones telling me what to do and to educate myself, and you're going by the pronouns Zim/Ziff. Shut the fuck up. No, get the fuck out. In what universe is there such thing as a Ziff? Maybe if it was a fucking alien, I'd understand it being called a fucking Ziff, bro. Because at least the thing's dickless. You either have a dick or a pussy. That's legit it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, being a different, being like bisexual or some shit, or homosexual or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you are that and you come out, good for you. I'm happy for you. But at the same time, like, there's no such thing as like a demisexual gender fluid. What the fuck is that? That's not even a thing. That's just not. And first of all, and I support people who come out, and I understand it's hard. I understand it's difficult. But come on, man. You don't need to be making up shit at this point, saying like, oh, I'm a Zim/Ziff or a genital wart/this. Like, get the fuck out. That's like identifying yourself as syphilis at this point. Like, come on. Just come on, man. And I just don't understand these people. I try to understand them. I try to understand from their point of view. I just don't get it. You either had severe parent issues growing up, or you just grew up without parents. Because, man, if I told my parents I'm now identifying as a Zim/Ziff, they would be saying, son, go seek some medical help. That's literally what they would tell me. And then obviously, let's get off them before I actually cry. Let's go to these political figures who know nothing about America. They're old as fuck. We got fascist dictators like Nancy Pelosi, and obviously her husband got arrested on a DUI, and since her nephew is the governor of California, i.e. Gavin Newsom, and all that. I mean, come on, man. That just does a whole hour video in itself, just talking about that wicked witch, and she's a fucking wench as well too. So that's another reason to hate her. She's a fucking wench. So yeah, let's just close off this point by saying there are various types of people on Twitter, and each of them, except for like the normal people like you and me, that just go on there just like for news and trends and just to check on like our favorite people and what they're saying. It's just a bunch of bullshit, really. That's all it is. So earlier this year, Elon Musk purchased Twitter for $45 billion from Jack Dorsey, who is the resident scumbag of Twitter and former CEO, and he gave it to Parag. I think is still the CEO. Who knows? But Elon owns, I believe, he owns all of Twitter, and I believe is the head of the board of directors, who are all supporters of Dorsey's vision. And we all know Dorsey's vision is absolutely fucking awful because he caters to those people with the gender studies and the political bias and then the censorship, part of the big tech censorship in the world, for not just political figures, not just for other people, but like just random people who did absolutely nothing wrong, but just made shit, but just took the time out to just call up, just to be a dickhead to everyone. And as I said in the last video, he is a resident piece of fucking human shit. That's how much of a fucked moron this guy really is, you know. And honestly, the reason why Elon Musk purchased Twitter, it was fairly simple. It was to, you know, give it a place for free speech, which I love it. I love that he purchased Twitter. But the question is, will those people like the K-pop communities, the gender study people who think that they are geniuses, idiotic spam accounts? No, they'll all still be there. You want to know why? Because that's their safe haven. That's where these people think they're smart when in reality they're just really really fucking stupid, bro. I mean, it's like Tekashi 69 says, they stupid, and they'll always be that way. There's no changing those people unless they like, you know, if they just can do better for themselves. And no, the Elon Musk purchase in my opinion, it will probably limit a lot of the BS that is coming from one side and being a one-sided thing. But that's all there is to it, really. It's still going to be just as toxic and just as much of an STD as it is with certain women, like certain women in the world, i.e. the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but it's getting old to see the same shit, and to see people like Amber Heard have a voice still. Like obviously, she had an interview with NBC. The fact that they're still giving her a platform makes me fucking sick. And there's nothing anyone's doing about it. It makes me disgusted with everyone in the community who is still giving that horrible, horrible human being a platform. And plus, that bitch is crazy. Her best friend, Evan Rachel Wood, is a fucking crazy bitch. And they never even went to the fucking court case because you want to know why? Because Evan Rachel Wood is a fucking loony. She is a fucking loony. And will always be a fucking loony. So, yeah, I'm just glad that Depp got his life back. I'm just glad that, speaking of it, how about you talk to your buddy Elon Musk to help pay for your court case? I don't even think even he is on your side anymore. At least I hope he isn't. He'd be fucking stupid to be on your side anyway. But it is what it is what it is. So I don't really have much left to say on the executive side. I've pretty much said what I needed to say about the Twitter execs and their business on the last video. But I'm just going to go ahead and say I still stick with the points in my last Twitter rant, and I will forever stick with those points. So yeah. And so for my final thoughts on this video, I'll just go ahead and say Twitter is still a cesspool, and it is still has people who are soft like fucking Charmin. There are still people on there who are fucking idiots beyond belief, who get offended over the littlest of shit. And, honestly, you either got them or they're just a bunch of fucking twinks. They're a bunch of fucking morons. And then you got other just nonsensical bullshit. It's really tiresome. And then you got these clueless celebrities, and then you got people like Obama, who was talking about, I don't even know what it was talking about. I think it was talking about either Martin Luther King, or it was Martin Luther King, and it was talking about how George Floyd was more significant than Dr. King. Like, get the fuck out. This is why nobody likes you, Obama. So, yeah. To end this off, I'm just going to go ahead and say, fuck Twitter and fuck Jack Dorsey, and thank you guys for all the support over the last couple of years on the channel. No, I'm not going away, but this will mark the definitive end of the Twitter Rant series and and social media series overall. I might make one more for Snapchat, but honestly, who really wants to see that? But this is the definitive end of the social media rant series. Not rants overall, but the social media rant series. Except for the YouTube rant that's coming out later this month. That will be all just about YouTube only. I'm not going to do any more like other websites and shit. This will be the end of the social media rant series. And this is to say thank you, and thank you. And I will forever be making these type of content for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next fucking video.